50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, how we doing? Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 610. Today is Friday, January the 2nd, 2026. Kid, happy New Year. Back at it again. This is a twofer. Two shows in, 2.5 hours? How we doing? We're fucking pumping the content out. How we doing today?
Yeah, feeling good, man. I'm about to get this in. I guess we got our colors flowing a little bit right now. A little coastal action here. A little, unfortunate Ohio State.
Yeah, we'll get into it. I got some things to get off my chest. But outside of that, we got a great episode for you. We'll recap the college football playoffs. And then week 18, final week, kid. We're here. I can't believe I was doing some research and I was like, God, we're already at week 18. Playoffs are amongst us and it flew by. It seems like the offseason is so far away and then
you blink
so long. Yeah.
And it's gone.
And then it's gone. And it's unfortunate. But yeah, we're here. We got picks, props, teasers. We got everything for week 18. 2 Saturday games, and then everything is on Sunday. So we'll take a look at that. But kid, we'll start. Might as well rip the fucking Band-Aid off, right? That's what they say.
The way to do it.
Yep. Fucking Cotton Bowl. I got so much Ohio stuff. I said, you know what? I'm not going to wear anything, but you wore your Coastal Carolina's Chanticleers thing. So I said, you know what? I might as well. But kid, Miami was the better team. They wind up beating our ass 24-14. And Mike Irving literally took his belt off and whipped the cooler with an Ohio State jersey. That man is a menace.
He is a menace.
But
he brings the energy though for the sideline.
Yeah, and they were the better team, and you got to tip your cap to them. They were the more physical team, and Joe, you and I have played football our whole life. You win the game up front in the trenches, and they were the more physical team.
Do you think that's indicative of the coach? Do you think Mario Cristobal is like in a sense harder on his players, or
I'm not the biggest Mario Cristobal fan, but when you give them 2 weeks to prepare, it doesn't matter against who. They show up.
But how is it that? What is Ryan Day known for? He's been on the hot seat continually for Ohio State because he keeps losing to Michigan. And Michigan, what are they known for? Physical play, right? So they got dominated at the part where they're the least at, the physical aspect. They were the least hard-hitting team there on the field. Miami hit them hard all day from as soon as the first whistle blew to the last. And then you could tell by the turnovers. So it was good film study by the whole team. And they got them believing. Like number 10, they have a good spot right now, and that they're move on.
Yeah, they're rolling right now, and
it's insane.
They're running the ball. I mean, the kid Fletcher Jr. was able to get anything he wanted. We were averaging like 30, 40 yards on the ground, and they ran for 150. They got anything they wanted on us. And
he was the leading rusher, right?
Yeah, out of everyone.
NCAA rusher.
Yeah, he's pretty good, kid Mark Fletcher, but we never gave up 24 points in the whole year, and they dominated us, kid. Literally, 2 fumbles, the pick six really changed the game. Julian Sain didn't have a good game at all. We couldn't run the ball either, even with Bo Jackson, CJ Johnson. Yeah, Jeremiah Smith had 157 yards, but it didn't really matter at the end of the day. We really couldn't do anything, and I just think there was a play. I want to say
think they underestimated them, and I
think the layoff is too long.
You don't look at the bye. Only
that's what I'm saying. The bye, it winds up fucking everyone except Indiana. But I think it was too long. But that's no excuse. We haven't had a kicker in 2 years. He missed another one, and people are saying, you know what? maybe it was if we get that field goal at the end of the first half, maybe it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he wasn't kicking it, and at the end of the first half, I knew we weren't going to win because nothing in the first half made me believe that we were going to win that game. That we weren't physical. You can't blame the defense because at the end of the day, the defense was the best in the country for 12 games.
Yeah.
And we lost 2 games in a row. I mean, we lost Indiana in the Big Ten championship and we lost here. And I got to give credit. I talked a lot of shit. I said, you know what? We're not scared of Carson Beck. He played better than Julian Sain. He didn't turn the ball over.
No, he didn't do that.
And it's a tough loss.
Estimation, it kind of came from the fact that people are underestimating ACC, like their play. Yeah, I think you've seen some collapses in that conference, but they're still playing good football. And then look, Miami sprouts from there, and they roll a Big Ten team. So I don't think it's per conference as they say. I know we lost the Pac-10, but I think that now you see it's more balanced. You got a team like Miami playing very physical, coming out of the ACC and representing, and that could be anywhere. Maybe not in a group of 5, as you saw the round before, but certainly it's good seeing a 10 seed, get all this way. Maybe they're in a good spot to beat Ole Miss. I don't know. Is that a game we're going to talk about next, or you're talking about something else?
Well, yeah, I just wanted to say, I mean, I came out here and I said, this year's team was better than last year. Guess I was fucking wrong. Wow. I mean, it just was bad. It kind of ruined my night, if I'm being honest, of how invested I am. I was in Rhode Island and I was kind of watching the game on my phone at dinner, disrespectfully as well. And I had to admit to my girlfriend, I was like, I'm sorry. I was watching the game on my phone. She was like, it's okay. Did they win? I was like, no. They didn't win and they didn't even show up. And
oh no.
They got bullied. They got manhandled, truly. And Jeremiah
Do you
Smith,
think even the second round should be home field advantages?
No, I don't mind the neutral. That has nothing to do with it, in my opinion. I just think the layoff is too long, and it goes on Ryan Day. He got the monkey off his back beating Michigan. But at the end of the day, you lose to Indiana and you lose to Miami. It's up to you as the head coach, and the boys were not prepared. And you could see they came out physical, not rusty. And that was the difference. And it's all for nothing. 12 wins for nothing. And it was tough. It was tough.
It was a tough watch.
It was a tough
Offense
watch.
Didn't get going. They kept turning the ball over. Miami, it not only were they more physical,
they got the momentum.
Even as playing first week and not having a bye to prepare for a team to come out, they seem to be more prepared than Ohio State.
I'll say this: it was better than Texas Tech. I mean, that offense was abysmal to watch. Shout out Dan Lanning. Dante Moore is a hell of a quarterback as well.
Only pick I got right.
Yeah. And Brennan Morton, I know he came into the game kind of hurt. He said he was 80-85%, but he was terrible. He threw the 2 picks. They just couldn't get anything going, and that defense is so good for Texas Tech.
Yeah, I was going to say Texas defense is still there, but
but they were on the field for so long, and that was the
exhausted.
problem.
You saw it in Jacob Rodriguez's face, and they still had good emotions after. So I think Texas Tech as a whole could hold their head up high coming out of it, even though they did not score a single point.
Yeah, I had to take it off because it was.
It was hurt. It was burning your scalp.
It was it was hot. It's hot in here, and it also is making me more mad just thinking about the game. But
we had to move on.
I think that's the consistency here. Now Oregon, they're gonna have the rematch against Indiana. Indiana got it the first time, and it's an 11.
Is that how the seating was set up? I felt like it got moved, but that's not how it works, right? These guys are in a certain part of the bracket, and they're locked in to play that way, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's not the 10 seed gets moved. No, nothing like that.
Yeah, that's how the bracket works. And the first time around, Oregon was favored by I think 7. Indiana wins outright. Now, Oregon was favorite. Now Indiana's a 4-point favorite heading into next weekend. That's an 11-point swing, and you had to make the jump because Indiana is the best team in the country right now. Yeah. So.
They the only one that can complete the Cinderella undefeated story. So,
and I mean, what a whoop-assing Kirk Cignetti, and Fernando Mendoza might be the best player over the weekend. or over the week. The days got me fucked up because of the holiday, but
Yeah.
it's either him or Trinidad. But Fernando Mendoza, outside of the one drive, he was amazing. 14 for 16, 192 yards. And Kirk Cincinnati wanted to run the ball up. He wanted to run the score up.
Yes, he did.
38-3. Ty Simpson didn't have a good game. He got hurt, and I feel bad for him. I think he should come back to school for one more year. They couldn't run the ball, not just yesterday, but they couldn't run the ball all year.
Yeah.
And I think that was the problem. But Indiana's for real, man.
There was like lone score offense, right? Alabama? Like, is that what it was throughout the year? They were the lowest scoring offense, right? Alabama?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, I mean, India, we all expect kind of see it. I don't know who would have really backed it. I thought that alone Indiana could have covered the over, and I just missed it. I really thought that Bama was going to put at least one touchdown on the board, and they couldn't do that, and so the over busted, and it was just a shame. So, but Indiana, yeah, I'm kind of pulling for them because it keeps the Big Ten strong for you guys. You know, I'm on your side there. But it's more I want to see the undefeated season be completed. That'd be amazing to watch. But hey, any of these teams are live.
And I think because 2 of the 3 on New Year's Day were a bummer to watch.
This one
was an instant classic, the Sugar Bowl, Georgia, Ole Miss, and everyone was like, oh, even me. I was like, oh, Georgia's my favorite bet, -6.5. Here comes Trinidad Chambliss. I mean, he is the definition of no. Yes. He's like one of those guys, but he is so fucking exciting to watch. I mean, holy moly, this guy is fantastic.
Plays up and down the field.
Yeah, and I really don't like the Rebels as like a university, if I'm being honest, but I'm low-key rooting for them now because Lane left, and that'd be so fucking hilarious if they went on to win the national championship and had to pay Lane $2 million.
Oh my God, they did it without him.
Yeah, but that guy Harrison Wallace, 9 catches, 156 yards, and 1 touchdown. What went wrong for Georgia?
Oh my goodness, they couldn't stop. I see Kirby's panicking it there. If you not noticed that,
going forward on 4th down, he was
panicking. I think it was just mismanagement with the offense, and normally in the 4th quarter you see what's his name, Gunnar Stockton, right?
Gunnar Stockton, the quarterback.
Yeah, for Georgia, he's normally really like lights out in the 4th quarter. He wasn't his natural side. I don't think he scored in the 4th quarter, so it didn't, prove to be true. So you don't have your quarterback scoring. Your coach starts panicking, and the defense couldn't stop anyone. I think the combination of the 3, that's where they got that last 2-point safety. Whoever had -4.5, getting 5 points. Oh my God, they won. So.
My question to you, because I agree with the whole Kirby Smart thing, going forward on 4th down, and going for is one thing, but you got to trust your defense. You're defensive guy, Kirby Smart, and my thing is why shotgun it? Why? And then you don't block the guy on Gunnar Stockton's blind side.
Or keep running it like you had with him before, like the shotgun QB kind of sneak draw, whatever it is.
Did not like the play by Kirby Smart. It looked like he panicked a little, if I'm being honest. And that's surprising coming from a coach who's won 2 national championships.
Well, look at all the guys on the other side, all Saban's proteges, right? Yeah. All coming from the Saban system. So it's not just Kirby Smart alone. It's Kirk Cignetti, it's Dan Lanning. You know what I mean?
I like Dan Lanning. I really do. I like them all.
And the matchups are well with the coaches. So, it's a lot about the kids. It's a lot about the coaches. I mean, hey, some of the guys, they rather stay there coaching because there's money to be made. There's notoriety there. And, I mean, guys like building programs. And, who is the guy taking up for Ole Miss right now? You got to give him credit, too. I forgot his name. No, the coach. I know I kind of said something about Joe Judge. Yeah, oh, my God. We know there was also I missed his name last
week. Pete Golding.
Right. Golding. And we're like, the Pete Golding era right now. Yeah. So it's like you got to give credit where it's due.
Yeah, 100%. So these games are going to be really fun. We already have lines up for next week. So the first game is going to be on Thursday, the 8th, and that is Miami and Ole Miss in the Fiesta Bowl. And Ole Miss is underdogs, -3.5 for Miami. Total is 51.5. And then the next Friday, a week from today, Friday night under the lights, and this bowl is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Peach Bowl.
Indiana -4.5, Oregon +4.5. Total is 47.5. Both games should be really good.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about that for another time, right?
Oh yeah,
that's beautiful.
That's great.
I like the matchmaking so much right there.
100%. And to be honest, I really didn't do good. I got there with Indiana, the -7. Other than that, for Texas Tech failed me, Georgia failed me, and Ohio State. So I went 1-3 for college.
All I hit was the Oregon Ducks.
Oh, shout out you. You believe in Dan Lanning.
Yeah. I thought Ohio State was a little bit more, I also, I guess, put up the Big Ten. But like I said, that's what kind of taught me the lesson. You got to give its fair share to all the conferences and now all the programs that can, pay athletes and grow a great program.
Out of the 4 coaches, Dan Lanning, Kirk Cignetti, Pete Golding, or Mario Cristobal, who do you trust the most in the Final Four?
You gotta respect Kirk Cignetti.
You love the Italian American,
but you did say it, Dan Lanning, right?
He's great. I love Dan Lanning. He's great
too. So that matchup is astronomical, I think, and it's a Big Ten rematch, and you got the kind of the Cinderella, like I said, undefeated Cinderella story still is, even though they're the best team in the country. Yeah. And then you got the 2 other Cinderella stories: the 10 seed Miami taking on the 6 seed Lane Kifflin-less Ole Miss.
Ray Lewis and Michael Irving have to be there.
Oh, bro, think of all the bro. They had Andre Johnson, I'm sure.
Everyone has to come.
Bro, Miami is Ed Reed, bro. Think about it, man. Like, Miami is known to have.
Didn't they have players. Wayne Hill's legend, Greg Olson?
They had Jeremy Shockey. They had Greg Olson. Yeah, bro. The list goes on. There's so many people I'm not even mentioning that we can go on and list that came out of the U.
The U. Hey, maybe Mario Cristobal's really changed the program. Maybe he's really brought the U back.
Hey, they're excited over there.
They are.
You're tight.
All right, let's get to these picks. But before we do that, a quick word from our sponsor, brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor our tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an elderberry watching NFL Week 18. It doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. Week 18, the final week of the regular season here. It has come, and it will be gone very soon.
Surprises, man.
And I heard a lot of like dweebs on Twitter saying this week it stinks. I love this week. I think there's a lot of good games.
This is like the best week in football. What are we talking about? It all comes down to this for some teams.
Yeah.
And some teams can play spoiler at times. I don't think any teams can really play spoiler really this week, right? Maybe some seeding. But
seeding wise.
Let's enjoy it. Let's make some money.
Stop being so negative in life. Okay. We got 2 games on Saturday, the rest on Sunday, and we will start 4:30 here on the East Coast, and we will head to beautiful Florida. Ooh. Where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are taking on your Carolina Panthers. Support the Carolinas. Tampa -3, -158 on the money line, +3, +134 for the Panthers. Total is 43.5. I like Carolina here, and I think a lot of people are on them, and I think for good reason. The Bucs, they've been awful the past month or so, and
I think I was arguing 2 teams that are a little lackluster at the moment. You could say the Panthers are as well.
Yeah, I just think the Falcons really fucked with the Buccaneers because they beat the Rams on Monday night. Now they need to win on Saturday, and they also they're also rooting for the Saints to beat the Falcons. So a lot needs to happen. Whereas the Panthers, they just need to win and they're in. But if they lose and
there's a lot of moving around right now. Yeah, they could play spoiler.
I'm on Carolina here. I said it last week to grab the 3 with Elvis. I took the 3. I think Carolina wins outright. Buccaneers are 0-8 in the last 2 months ATS. I've been fading Tampa for a while now, and their defense just stinks. And I said it the last week, and when we did the preview with Carolina, I said Carolina was going to lose against Seattle, and they're going to win here and go in and they're going to win the division. And Carolina off a loss, ridiculous. 7-0 ATS off a loss, 6-1 straight up. They only win as a dog. So I don't know what's wrong with Tampa Bay, but I just can't back them even at home. So yeah, give me Carolina on the money line.
Yeah, but as you explain, it's funny. That's why I'm like, I know, because it's exactly that. I feel like you're right in taking the Panthers making the playoffs, but not necessarily winning the game. I have the Bucks at home. I'm taking them. I feel like they, could just score points. Panthers, like I said, have been playing in reverse a little bit as well, but it's exactly what you said. Maybe we see the Falcons beat the Saints, which is a little peek ahead, a little something, because if, like you said, if they win, and even if the Bucks do win with the Falcons' victory, the Panthers still make the playoffs. How crazy.
On opposite sides already.
Yeah, but how crazy is that though, right?
Yeah,
if that happens.
A lot needs to happen. A lot needs to happen. Hopefully they take care of business Saturday. Let's go to Saturday night, game 2 of the Saturday slate. 49ers for the 1 seed at home. Levi Stadium taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Host of the Super Bowl.
Seattle laying 2.5, -136 on the money line, +116 for the 49ers. Total is 47.5. Wow. The market likes the Seattle team, and as much as I do love their defense, I do think San Francisco's offense has been rolling as of late with Brock Purdy. They have a top 5 offense in the league. They're averaging over 30 points per game. And
Shanahan.
Another issue I have with Seattle is they turn the ball over so much. It worries me.
You got to worry about that every 3rd game or every 4th game that Sammy D has. If you've looked throughout the season, there's that game where he throws multiple interceptions.
But I think the market is telling us something why Seattle is the favorite. I think their defense is good enough to keep them in the game, regardless of Sam Darnold, if he turns the ball over.
Run game now looks like Charbonnet's catch and win over Kenneth Walker, right?
Yeah, and as good as Brock Purdy has been, his one weakness is turning the ball over. A little fun play. I think both quarterbacks could throw an interception here, but I don't think San Francisco has versed a defense like Seattle's as of late. I'm going to side with the market here. I think they're right. I'm going to take Seattle here to lock up the number 1 seed as well.
Wow. Is the market with the Panthers as well? You're taking it on both sides?
Yeah, I'm taking the market on both sides.
Because I'm done fading it as well. I went with the Niners. I just think I'm with them saying that they're too hot. The game planning going in, they're being coached, and I think they're playing for everything right now. So if they lock up the 1 seed themselves at home, it's the host of the Super Bowl. They have home playoffs throughout. I had them getting this 1 seed about 4 weeks back. So a month ago, I was saying the Niners are going to get the 1 seed, and to do so, they have to win here. So got to take them, and they're a dog price too. So I'm happy with taking them straight up. Keep the points. Keep
plus 160.
Yeah, I'll lay it with the Bucks a little because it's not too bad, and then I'll take this dog. Keep the points.
All right, kid. Let's go to that Saints-Falcons game. Like you mentioned, Falcons laying 3 here at home, -178 on the money line. Saints +3, +150 on the money line. Total is 44.5. Kirk Cousins versus Tyler Shuck. What a game. I mean, Tyler Shuck, in my opinion, I think he needs to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's 6-2 ATS. I think the defense has been a lot better, too, for New Orleans. I think they'll be able to stop Kirk Cousins. I think they'll be able to limit Bijan Robinson. Coming off that big win, Saints have extra rest here. I love taking the Saints here as a dog. Give me the Saints +3.
Oh, nice. You're taking the points, son. I'm just going to take the Falcons on the money line at home. I see you're saying, Tyler Shuck, but I hear this Jackson Dart argument as well. So, yeah, maybe both of them are playing, but I'm on the hot seat to say that both actually lose this week, last week of the season. Wow. And so, yeah, I'm going with the Falcons. I might have a little something on them as well. I might incorporate them on the tees since I'm taking them just straight up here. I might want to flip that number around. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I hear you. Let's go to the second game in the early window. We will head to Cincinnati, where they got a lot of Skyline chili over there. The Bengals laying 7.5 here at home, minus 390 against the Browns, plus 7.5, plus 310 on the money line. Total is 44.5. It's always good to fade the Browns off a win. 0-6 ATS following a loss. The Bengals have beaten the Browns 4 straight times, and they've covered the number in 3 of the last 4. I am hoping Myles Garrett does get that 1 sack or half a sack to break the record, but Shedeur Sanders on the road, not good, and the Bengals defense has been much better as of late. I think they roll them here. I'll lay the 7.5 with Cincinnati.
Laying the 7.5. Keep the points. I'm taking the Browns. Give me the Brownies here. Yes.
Ugly.
I know. I'm taking the Browns, bro. I'm really going for it. I'm going to take them straight up. And
straight up?
Straight up. Don't need any points. Keep the points. Taking the Browns. I have a little something on them later if I'm taking them straight up, of course. So I keep an eye for Myles Garrett not only getting 1 sack, but possibly 2.
Okay.
So,
maybe we're aligned in that because we have not been aligned in one game yet. Let's head to MetLife. The New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys laying 3.5 here on the road. Minus 184 on the money line, plus 154 for the G-Men. Total is 49.5. It sounds like Dak will start, and then Joe Milton will finish the game for the Cowboys. This was an interesting game because I think the Cowboys are going to treat this game like a preseason and only play their starters for a portion of the game. But for the Giants, I feel like they're going to play for all their starters. I'm inclined to take the points here with the Giants because I think Jackson Dart can have success against this Cowboys defense, again, especially with Wan'Dale Robinson. And a lot of people are talking about offensive rookie of the year with TreVeyon Henderson. Jackson Dart has more rushing touchdowns than TreVeyon Henderson as a quarterback. He has 9. So I think he's going to be fine. I think they got their guy. He needs to slide a little more, but I'm going to take the Giants here, plus 3.5 at home.
Now, all the information you just fed me makes me think otherwise, man, because I got a Cowboys pick here. I didn't realize that they're thinking of playing it as a preseason game, protecting their assets. But that's look at everything and all the heat that's going against Jerry Jones. I guess he can do whatever he wants. It's Jerry's world, and we're just living in it. But
they're fickle.
But
you go with your gut. Go with your gut.
Play the guys. I'm gonna pick the Cowboys here, and I'm gonna swing them on that another team that I'm swinging on the teaser, so I get the points flipped.
So you're going with the Cowboys minus 3. All right,
sticking with it. You said it. Stick with it.
Yeah, stick with your gut. Let's go to Minnesota and tough times up there in Minnesota. But Vikings laying 8.5 here at home.
Is it tough times? It might be tough times in Green Bay.
Yeah, it might be times are great. Minus 450 on the money line. Green Bay plus 8.5, plus 350 on the money line. Total low, a preseason total of 36.5.
Give me the skull.
Yeah, obviously the Packers are going to be resting some of their stars for the playoffs, but this is a big number to lay with Max Brosmer. But it's not even that. It's Brian Flores. He had himself a really good last month, dialing up opposing quarterbacks. And now getting a third-string quarterback. They're not even playing Malik Willis. So third-string quarterback here. Brian Flores is going to pick him apart, and he's going to have a field day against him. I think the Vikings are still going to try to win this game, and Packers aren't going to want to show you anything before the playoffs. So, yeah, I'll lay the big number here with the Vikings.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I'm picking the Vikings. Like I said, at home, last game of the season, I think they play with pride, and I think they're going to have some fun, and Brian Flores is going to have a good game plan and stop the Packers with no Jordan Love, right? No, we don't have Jacobs. We don't have a depleted wide receiver core, so there's real no offense, and they're one of the, I think, teams that is the coldest going into the playoffs. Definitely backing a very bad Green Bay is. So, yeah, fade them at this spot, and I might take the Vikings on that teaser to end it. Those 3 teams, we'll recap it at the end, but I'll swing that number over to just squeeze it down a little so they don't have to give up too many points.
Let's go to Houston. Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Texans laying 10.5 here at home. Minus 550 on the money line. Plus 420 for the Colts. Total is 38.5. They should have let Phillip Rivers start, but instead they are trying out Riley Leonard, making his first start for the Colts, which is a downgrade in my opinion from Phillip Rivers.
I agree.
Huge number. But I get it. Colts secondary is bad. Sauce Gardner's gone for the year or for the last game. And, Ryan Leonard making his first start on the road against the best defense. That's a terrible situation for him. I know it's double digits. It's a lot to lay. But I don't trust this Colts team. I think they've given up. And I could see the argument taking 10.5 points. But I'm on Houston here. I'll lay the 10.5.
Man, I didn't do the points, but yeah, Texans is the team to pick. I think the reason why I didn't is because I got something on them as well as we get to the end. You always got a little something on all these guys, but Colts, it's been a fade ever since Daniel Jones went down, and I've been making money on them ever since because you just got to fade them, and then you've been making it on every time Phillip Rivers tries to throw the ball down the field, it doesn't happen, right? You've been hitting those bets,
Yeah,
right?
the under, exactly.
So right now, though, I do think that they're a little defeated. Started out so well for them. Jonathan Taylor was a fantasy saver with the hat tricks, like multiple game hat trick scores. I mean, they were doing so good, and we were high on the Indianapolis Colts, but to not make the playoffs on the start they had, Crazy. I think has defeated the team. So yeah, they're not going to come into, which is, I think the Texans are probably one of those scarier teams. Those two AFC South teams, I tell you, absolutely one of the teams you do not want to play on either side.
Let's get to the last AFC South team, and it is the last game of the 1 o'clock window. We'll head down back to Tampa or to Florida, where the Jacksonville Jaguars laying 12.5 here at home against the Tennessee Titans, plus 590 if you like the Titans. Total is 47.5. Jags win, they lock up the division.
Yeah.
As much as I wanted to take the dog here because Cam Ward has been playing better, I think this Titans team
there's terrible. Not enough there.
They need what they do is they want to run the ball, but that's exactly what the Jags defense can do. Stop the run. So I just don't know if they're going to be able to run the ball on this Jacksonville team. And now, will the Jags want to show all their tricks into the playoffs? I don't think so. They're just going to want to win the game. This is a big number, but when it's bad, it just seems like it's really bad for Tennessee. I know it's 12.5 points, but again, I'm going to lay it here with Jacksonville.
Yeah, I didn't lay the points yet again, but I am taking Jacksonville at home. And like you said, they could win it even if the Texans win. So, yeah, that's it to them. And I think Liam Cohen's going to want them to keep winning games, keep playing hard throughout, and get ready for the first round of the playoffs. So, yeah, the Jaguars, they're a very good team. As we said, the Texans and the Jags, nobody wants to play them.
If they win and they finish 13-4, Liam Cohen has a real argument about coach of the
year, right? But only one coach of the year, right? It's the AFC, NFC. It's only one.
It's only one.
Yeah.
Let's head to the 4 o'clock window, and we'll head out to lovely Las Vegas, where the Raiders are taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs laying 5.5 here on the road, minus 255, plus 210 for the Raiders. Total is 36.5. No Geno Smith. Kenny Pickett will get the start for Las Vegas. This is a disgusting game. And with the Chiefs' current state, I just don't understand how they're laying this many points on the road. I mean, I don't really get it. I get it's the Raiders, but
the state of the Raiders, though, right?
Yeah, but they just got blown out last week, and Pete Carroll was laughing on the sidelines. It doesn't look like he's going to lose his job. I think he's safe. It's ugly, and it probably makes no sense, but I'm going to take Las Vegas here. I can't trust Chris Oladukin.
If he wins, if the Raiders win, do they lose the number 1 pick, or it's locked up?
It depends if the Giants. Well, they would Giants have the tiebreaker, so I think they're safe. I think they're going to lock up the 1.
Oh wow. So okay, so I was just saying that they will still lose. How the Chiefs minus 5.5. I was just thinking, like you said, if they were to win the game, I see. Honestly, I don't really see the Raiders winning. But if you're saying that they do, Raiders win the game, these Giants are not going to have a chance of getting the 1 seed, are they? But you're saying no, it's locked up.
Okay. Yeah. I also like Kenny Pickett anytime interception. I mean, the Chiefs defense has looked better. So Kenny Pickett, I think I saw at minus 120. I don't mind that as well. So, yeah.
Making money on the quarterback interceptions.
Exactly. Let's go to Chicago Soldier Field. Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Bears laying 3, minus 158, plus 134 for the Lions. Total is 50.5. The Lions have nothing to play for. Bears win, and they get the 2 seed. And I really think Ben Johnson wants to beat Dan Campbell here. And as much as I like Jared Goff, I think he's a really good quarterback. This is a handicap weather game for me. I cannot back him in the freezing cold, especially in Soldier Field. And to be honest, I was surprised at how many points the Bears defense gave up on Monday night versus the 49ers. But I think Detroit's defense is even worse, and I just think this offensive line is extremely banged up for Detroit. They couldn't even get Jahmyr Gibbs going the other day, so I got to take Chicago here at home. They got something to play for. I'll lay the 3.
Damn. So I guess I'm switching this up. I freaking damn.
What?
You're right. You can't trust Dan Campbell in the environment. Like there only seems decent. Like Jared Goff does not play well in elements, right?
No,
he does not, man. I have the Lions originally here. I felt like they might have been live because they're dog price. But damn, everything you said makes me want to take the Bears. But hey, you said go with your gut, go with what you wrote down. I do have the Lions on the road week 18 to kind of spoil the Bears. But coming off the 49ers game that they barely lost, these Bears can play with absolutely anybody. And I think they can score that many points. They're going to blow out the Lions, who we know to have been able to score a lot of points, but they let us just as many. And now they have no O-line. Now they're not going to do that well. So it's scary pick, but yeah, I got the Lions, but damn, you got me regretting it.
Yeah. Let's go to Mile High where the Broncos are laying 12.5 here at home, minus 850 on the money line, plus 12.5 for the Chargers. Total is 37.5. Kid, I have a stat for you or a trivia question for you, and I want to see if you know it. Let me get the picture, and it is right here. Which NFL head coach has more rushing yards in a single season than Bo Jackson? So the stat is this coach has 2,787 rushing yards one season. Bo Jackson had 2,782. He beat him by 5 yards.
What do you mean? Wait, coach? Like for a career?
Yeah, no. He's a current NFL head coach.
And he had more what? All-purpose yards?
No, rushing yards than Bo Jackson in 1 year.
Than Bo Jackson in 1 year? What?
Yep, 2,787. 5 more yards than Bo Jackson.
2,000 yards in a season?
Yep, as a quarterback.
Huh?
Yeah.
Bro, wait, hold on. What? That question, that sounds different. I mean, I would say John Harbaugh, but Jim Harbaugh.
It's Jim Harbaugh with the Indianapolis Colts.
Boy, so hold on. So that's what I'm saying. Hold on. You're saying for a career?
No, 1 season.
Bro, Bo Jackson did not rush for 2,000 yards in 1 season. There's only a few players who run 2,000. That's a career. They're talking about a career because remember, Bo Jackson got hurt. And mind you, Jim Harbaugh played quarterback for quite a bit. And so I think through the more seasons, he'll wind up with more rushing yards at the end of the career.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm not.
So a season. It's his career.
Yeah, so that's why I was confused. I was like, wait, what? 2,000, how many yards? I was like, nah, bro, look at the record for most rushing yards.
That's me. Jim Harbaugh, 14 seasons, 2,787 with 18 touchdowns. They were ugly. Bo Jackson had nicer runs.
Oh, I mean, bro, we lost the opportunity to watch Bo Jackson in his prime with the injury. So yeah, think about it. Multi-sport athlete. Think of all that Bo Jackson was. But Jim Harbaugh, he played quarterback for a while.
He only played 38 games, Bo Jackson.
Yeah, bro. But that was like, look at the yards per carry. Look like if you spread that over a career, let's say even 10 years, maybe it was like Barry Sanders-esque. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Guy who retired early, but maybe not. Maybe it would have lasted
5.4 yards per carry.
Yeah, how many touchdowns? How many touchdowns?
Let me see. Rushing touchdowns 16
in 1 season.
No, his career.
But how many seasons?
2
seasons.
3 seasons. 4 seasons from 87 to 90. 4 seasons.
There's a debate.
For what?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, whether or not it would have panned out over the course of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Bo Jackson is crazy. But
Yeah,
anyway,
a legend.
back to this game. That's crazy that he has more. But
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh, legend. One of the most underrated quarterbacks. Trey Lance, though, he is getting the start for the Chargers, and they do have a banged up offensive line, but I will be it's not out yet, but Trey Lance rushing yards, give me that. I'm gonna ladder that all the way to like 80. I just don't think the Broncos lose this game, but I also said last week I don't think Sean Payton gives out his game plan against bad teams. They're gonna play good enough to win. And Jim Harbaugh is good enough to coach this team. Greg Roman,
lot of points.
Yeah, it's a lot of points. And I think they cover the huge number. So I'm on the Chargers plus 12.5.
Same here. Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers plus 12.5. That's just too many points. And like you said, they played down for the competition. So,
yeah.
I mean, not that you could probably take them straight up, but you could probably alternate spread.
Hey, I think they're
Chargers
live
all the way down. You think they're going to win the game?
Oh, yeah. Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman?
Yeah. Elvis had another take on that. Elvis was saying that they were not going to try to win because of seeding, right? And they want to play the Patriots because if they win, I think they can actually wind up playing the Broncos again next week. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what the case can be? I think the Broncos.
I don't know the seeding like that.
Well, not the Broncos. Dang it! If it was not going to be if they want to be in the last seed, they'd have to play the Patriots. They want the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? So they want to lose.
I think this next team we're talking about wants the Patriots.
Elvis is saying that they're going to lose. Yeah, but my bad.
No, you're good. Let's go to the Patriots. Laying 11.5 here at home against the Miami Dolphins, plus 480 for Mike McDaniel and Quinn Ewers. Total is 45.5. Patriots need to win and have the Broncos lose to get the 1 seed. I love the Patriots here in this spot. Miami, warm team, going up to New England in the freezing cold. Not a good scenario. It doesn't matter that Tua isn't the quarterback. We got a kid from Texas who grew up in Texas, committed to Ohio State, said it was too cold and went back to Texas. Yeah, he doesn't like playing in the cold either. And under Mike McDaniel, when kickoff is 25 degrees or below, the Dolphins are 0-8 straight up. And when the temperature is 40 degrees or below, the Dolphins have lost 13 straight. And it's clear from last week that Mike Vrabel against the Jets, he was trying to get Drake May the MVP. So I don't think they're going to take this game lightly. I think the Patriots are going to blow out the Dolphins. I'll lay the big number here.
Oh man, I just think maybe the weather nulls it out just a tad bit. I know they're probably going to be the better team, of course, but dang, 11.5 points. I did take it. I know you can say that the Dolphins are a really bad team, which they have been all season, but I mean, they show signs of life here and there and their ability to get the ball down the field and then a little bit of rejuvenation with Quinn Ewers behind center. So I just took it based off that spread, man. Plus 11.5, that's a lot. I'll always take that plus more than like 10 points.
Eagles at home at the Link taking on the Washington Redskins. Eagles laying 3.5 here at home minus 200 plus 168 for the Redskins. Total is 39.5. Yeah, the Eagles aren't going to be playing any of their starters. Tanner McKee is starting for Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Carter is out. Quinyon Mitchell, I don't think plays either. But regardless, I still think their defense is deep and good enough to hold down Washington. And I think the offense with Tanner McKee, Tank Bigsby's going to be able to run the ball. I think they're going to be able to move the ball down the field for Washington's defense. And, and the Eagles historically have owned Washington. So I know it's a big. I know that the number has moved from 7.5, obviously, to 3.5, and people are going to be on Washington, and I get it, but I'm going to take Eagles here, lay 3.5.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. I'm on the Eagles minus 3.5 at home, playing for seeding. I think they can wind up getting the 2 seed, right? If the Bears lose. So, interestingly enough, I'm going to lay the 3.5 here in this spot.
Rams at home taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Rams laying 7.5 here at home, minus 375 on the money line, plus 300 for the Cardinals. Total is 45.5. Rams are another team that looks like they're going to sit some of their starters as well. You don't want to hurt Puka Nacua. You don't want to hurt Matthew Stafford. And if San Francisco wins on Saturday, the Rams lock in the 6th seed. But if Seattle wins, they lock in the 5 seed. So I think if San Francisco winds up winning on Saturday, I think Sean McVay is going to wind up sitting some of his guys. And as bad as Arizona's defense is, I do think their offense will be able to move the ball with McBride, Michael Wilson, and the Rams defense has regressed a little this past month. So especially if they sit some of their starters. So I'm going to be on the Cardinals here, surprisingly, plus 7.5.
Wow. Well, I'm the opposite on this one, so we're back to no more alignments. Minus 7.5 on the Rams. Yeah, even if they have their secondary in, I think that the second string in, I think they're gonna win the game. They really, even if they win, it doesn't change anything.
No, it doesn't.
What if the Eagles and the Bears lose?
It has nothing to do with them. It has to do with the Saturday
49ers.
Game, 49ers.
So it's like they're out of the 2 seed and the 3 seed, no matter what.
Yeah, no, they can only get the 5th or the 6th seed.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. All right, and then is this the last game on the?
Oh yeah, talk about your team.
Yeah, last game of the 4:00 window. The New York Jets on the road taking on the Buffalo Bills. Bills laying 7.5 here at home, minus 420 on the money line, plus 330 for the Jets. Total is 37.5. Mitchell Trubisky will probably get most of the playing time here for the Bills. Josh Allen has a snap streak or whatever, so they'll probably start him, and then Mitchell Trubisky will probably get most of the reps. They could still win this game with Mitchell Trubisky. And Jets in the month of December have been outscored by their opponents by 107 points. It doesn't matter how hard Aaron Glenn wants to win this game and tries to get the boys going. The Jets are incapable of blowing. Jets are incapable of keeping this game close. You know, Breece Hall could have a good game. Even in the blowout last week, he had a good game. He still went for over 100 yards. But this might be depending on the seeding. This might be the last game in Buffalo at their stadium, unless they get a home playoff game, which I highly doubt. But I think they win. I'll lay the 7.5. I think this is a good teaser spot. If you're looking for a prop, Nick Folk, 2 field goals over 1.5. He needs 2 field goals for $500,000 for an incentive. So Nick Folk over 1.5 field goals.
I love that, man. Yeah. But you said you're laying the points with the Bills.
Yep.
Me too. Yeah. Minus 7.5.
Okay. Let's go to the last game, Sunday Night Football, Steelers and Ravens. Ravens laying 3.5 here on the road, excuse me. Minus 205 plus 172 for the Steelers. Total is 41.5. Lamar is going to go. We actually got a full week of practice.
Do you agree with the placement of the scheduling, putting the Panthers and Bucks and the Seahawks and the Niners on Saturday night and then these guys Sunday?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I definitely agree with Carolina being the first game. I thought the 1 seed maybe would have taken precedent, but I think the bigger fan bases and the more eyes are going to be Baltimore.
Maybe franchises. Yeah.
Baltimore, they do have that extra day of rest. They played on Friday, and they looked good last week, running the hell out of the
Lamar's
ball.
playing too, I heard.
Yep, Lamar is a go. He practiced the full week, like I said, first time in like 2 months. So I just don't think Todd Monken shouldn't go away from the game plan. Run the ball, give it to Derrick Henry. I know Lamar hasn't looked good all year, and a lot of people are going to take the Steelers off a loss, catching points. Mike Tomlin as an underdog. I know it's very tempting. But again, I'm going to trust the market and take the Ravens here on the road. We saw how much this offense for Pittsburgh struggled without DK. And, we'll see how the defense for Pittsburgh handles Derrick Henry in this running attack. So I'm going to trust the market here. They favor him for a reason. I'll lay it here with the Ravens.
Yeah, dude. I had that too. I had the Ravens minus 3.5. It looked like towards the end we had a little alignment going on. But I think with Lamar playing, I think that they actually look better offensively now, even though it was Snoop behind center. So I think that you insert Lamar there, I think they are going to be clicking right away. So, yeah, the Ravens win the division and make the playoffs. The Steelers, DK really shot himself in the foot and his team by doing what he did and not being available because he was kind of a difference maker on the offensive side for the Steelers. And Aaron Rodgers seems kind of shell of himself. The mobility was key for their team's success and in the past for his success. So it's just not there. It seems as a, complete package. The Steelers are a little off, but this also could be a perfect spot for them to win and surprise all of us right at home, right? We doubt them going into it and they wind up winning. That's the thing. The theme of has been inconsistency all season, and they wind up winning some games when they matter most. And that's why no matter what, Mike Tomlin's going to end the season with a winning record. But who knows in this spot? I'm going to go with the Ravens -3.5.
Ooh, love it. All right, we finally ended some with the same alignment. I like it. Let's go to our lock, dog, teaser, and prop of the week segment, and we will start with the lock. I will let you lead it off, kid. What is your lock of the week?
Like I said, like going for 4 weeks now, the Colts have been the team to fade, and who's playing them? It's the Houston Texans, so they're the lock of the week.
All right, laying 10.5 here. I am going to lay a big number 2, and I'm going to lay it with the New England Patriots. I do not trust Mike McDaniel.
You know the Jets. You know to when to. Oh, the Patriots playing the Dolphins.
Yes, Patriots and the Dolphins. I'm going to fade them. Miami team coming up north, going to fade them. It's going to be freezing, and Drake May and Mike Vrabel are going to try to win the MVP and Coach of the Year. So, yeah, give me New England. I'll lay the 11.5 here as well. I almost took the Bears, if I'm being honest, as my lock. What is your dog, kid?
You know, we had the Niners on Saturday. The controversial pick of the Lions in the middle there, but I'm going to go back to the shocker of them all. The Browns over the Bengals. They're my dog of the week, and you get them at +310, which is some good money.
I am going to go to Saturday. Give me the first game. Give me the Panthers. I think they win the division, +134. This is the time to take the Panthers as a dog when everyone's counting them out. Ted McMillan, he might wind up winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, even though I think it should be Alex Shuck, but this is when they do it. And Tampa is broken. The defense stink. Todd Bowles is going to get fired. Give me Carolina Panthers +134 as my dog. I almost took the Chargers, too. I like the Chargers this week. What is your teaser?
So, yeah, I was playing up to it all segment long, but we got to go with switching a number on the Falcons. They're giving up 3, but I'll take 3 points instead. The Cowboys I get -5.5. I'm going to go switch that to +2.5. Have them get those points just in case if the Giants win. And then maybe you were arguing Ted McMillan and Tyler Shuck. Let's not forget about Jackson Dart for Rookie of the Year. And then the Vikings going to squeeze that down to -2.5. So they're only giving a field goal. Maybe when they win the game by a field goal. So,
all right, mine is I'm gonna double dip here. I'm gonna take Carolina +9. I'll tease them up against Tampa. I'll tease Bengals down from 7.5 to 1.5 against the Browns. And then I'm going to tease the Chargers. I said I like them. I'm going to tease them up to 18.5. No way they lose by 19 points here. Jim Harbaugh is going to want to win the game, and I think they keep it close. Sean Payton plays down to his competition. So, yeah, give me the Chargers +18.5. That's a 3-way 6-point teaser at +140. Real quick, Elvis, his lock is Steelers +3.5. Knew that was coming. Dog is 49ers +110. And his teaser, he's doing a 2-legger. He's going to tease the Chiefs to +0.5 and the Eagles to +1.5.
+0.5. Could that game end in a tie?
+0.5. No, so if it ends in a tie, he wins.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You think the game ends in a tie? That's why I didn't understand it taking the hook. Yeah. If you lose by a point, you lose the game.
No,
I hear everything. Yeah.
All right, kid. And our last one is our prop of the weekend is brought to you by Props.Cash, the best way to research your player props. Elvis, Joey, and I have been using Props.Cash for 2 years now, and it's helped us find an edge in several player prop markets on the web or in the Props.Cash app. You'll get quick visual data on player trends, matchup history, and recent performance across every major sport. Clean, reliable stats that make it easy to spot value. Plans start at just $19.99 a month, and right now you can get 25% off your first month with code DREAM25. That is DREAM25. So download the app, not now, but right now, and sign up with the monthly subscription. Use code DREAM25, and you'll be paying just $14.99 your first month. Level up your prop research today at Props.Cash. Kid, what is your prop for week 8?
Like you were saying, the sneaky play I had was back in the lines a little bit. The sneaky play I had was back in the lines. And looking at them not being able to get Jahmyr Gibbs going, I see he's been able to kind of hog up most of the carries and score the ball when he does have that chance to. But don't forget about David Montgomery. I think David Montgomery is always there. And then maybe, as you said about some teams wanting to rest their stars, protect their stars, maybe we get a second half touchdown from David Montgomery. So yeah, I had David Montgomery anytime touchdown plus 120. It just seemed like kind of a safe bet. I know you could play it specific, like second half touchdown, right, and probably get some more out of it. But anytime, just in case if he winds up getting one in the first. So
I am going with a quarterback who I'm actually fading in the game, but I like his rushing yard. Trey Lance isn't there. I will be playing that. I'll tweet it out. I love Trey Lance rushing yards. I love Kenny Pickett interception. Riley Leonard over 14.5 rushing yards. Are you kidding me? Have people not watched Riley Leonard in the championship game in college? 14.5. I know it's against the Texans, but all they're going to do is stop Jonathan Taylor. This guy, even if he averages 3 yards a carry,
5 carries, you got it.
He's going to get it. He's going to get over 14.5. I got it at minus 120 on the green book. So yeah, I hammered this. I might bet it again.
That's a smart.
Yeah, so I'm taking that for Elvis. His prop of the week. Let me get to it. I actually just had it. Oh, yeah, it's Mike Evans, over 53.5 receiving yards for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
He can't get 1,000, can he?
No, he's done. His first year in like 10 years. He can't get
How many yards would he need? 400?
Let me see.
Yo, they'll say put up video game numbers last week of the season.
No, he has 334.
To go?
No, he has 334 yards.
Oh, total.
Yeah,
he's not having an 800-yard game.
Yeah, he's beat. But yeah, kid, that's it. We'll be back. We're gonna talk about. I got actually a next show, FCS championship game.
Who we got? Because I know North Dakota State was a favorite, got eliminated early.
Yes, so it is Monday night. Montana State taking on the Cinderella story in Illinois State.
Illinois State beat North Dakota State, right?
And Villanova.
Wow. So Illinois State taking on who again? You said Montana State. Damn, Montana State's always good too, man.
And they just beat Montana last week in the mountains.
Oh,
it's a Monday night standalone game. We'll talk about it after we recap. But
yeah, I like that a lot.
I like that. And yeah, we'll recap everything. We'll be back Sunday night. But Kid, I appreciate you. Any last words before we get up out of here?
Hey, enjoy it's football. Yeah, I'm glad we're getting a little on Saturday night. And then you get on normal Sunday. But I think that's why we're filling in the Saturdays, because that seemed to be in the playoffs as well. They're going to be playing Saturday nights and Sunday nights as well.
Absolutely. Well, good luck. Enjoy the last week, and we'll see you guys down the road. Peace.